Hello everyone! Since we got the inventory system in 2021, we are losing our items on dev. Unless you can get back to your body and loot it, but chances are rather low. Your body might glitch into a planet or moon, you might not be able to find your body might be in the center of Stanton, or someone else is looting your body. I said this many times, I don't like games where I lose my items on dev. Yes, there are such games like Tarkov, like Scum, like Rust, but they are not my cup of tea. Losing my items on dev just makes me not care anymore. I just go out in the cheapest stuff I can find. And my good stuff, my subscriber gear and items bought with real money stay at home. This is not exactly a fun way to play a game, at least not for me. CRG is selling small arms and player armor for quite a lot of money in their store. There's not one line that tells new players you lose those items when you die. All of this will change in 4.1. I can tell you that much so far. The change looks very good, not perfect, but a step into the right direction. Thank you very much for this, Chris and CRG. Here's a Spectrum posting from Silo CRG, Tyler Witkin, yesterday late in the day. Alpha 4.1, first look at item recovery. The initial T0 rollout will be fairly basic compared to the full system, but it marks a crucial first step. First step, Tier 0 implementation. With the initial rollout of item recovery in Alpha 4.1, you will respawn with the exact gear you had equipped at the time of death. Finally, wow, nice. Emphasis on term equipped, as this is different than what you may have had in your inventory. This includes equipped weapons, armor, magazines and medpens, ensuring that your core loadout is retained. However, items stored in your inventory such as your backpack or other containers will remain on your corpse, making them available for looting or retrieval. While equipped items will also remain on your corpse, they will not be interactable, preventing item duplication while still preserving the visual state of your character at the time of death. This approach helps mitigate item duplication issues in the initial implementation while laying the groundwork for future expansions of the system in Tier 1 and Tier 2, which you can read more about below. Important notes: items stored in your inventory, example items in your backpack, will not be protected and will remain on your corpse up in death. Available to be looted, stolen by other players or retrieved by you. Items such as magazines and medpens that you have equipped can still be looted from your corpse. However, you will also respawn with these items, as duplication concerns for these types of consumables are less concerning at this stage. Tier 0 item recovery applies to all forms of respawning, whether in a medpad, on a ship, or at your assigned landing zone. To ensure that your weapon in active use is secured as an equipped item, it will automatically be stored to your holster upon death. Yeah, I was wondering this. I think we lost our active gun even before we got a new inventory system. Now we don't even lose our active gun. Again, thank you very much for this. If you die within a landing zone, you will respawn with your equipped gear and your inventory, including items in your backpack. This is to help avoid you losing items of any kind should a death outside of your control happen. Let's say elevators. Anyone thinking about elevators or stairs? With T0, you will respawn with your previously equipped gear already attached to your character. Yeah, like it was before December 2021. I like this very much. I don't like CRG's inventory system, where we have a third-person camera. We have to move the camera around our characters to see what items we have equipped and what slots are missing. A very slow and very tedious system. Chris, there's a reason why most games are using a 2D paper doll for inventory management, a very good, very quick and very nice solution. Looking ahead, Tier 1 and Tier 2, while Tier 0 lays the groundwork and provides some assurance that your equipped items are not lost, we are already actively developing Tier 1 and Tier 2 implementations. These future updates will add more depth to the system, including a viable path for piracy. Tier 1 loadout and ship registration. Tier 1 will introduce the ability to register your gear and ships at kiosks or ASOP terminals. Important note, personal loadout. Players can register their equipped items, which can be reclaimed for a fee at specific kiosks or freight elevators. As far as I understand this, with Tier 1, you don't respawn with your equipped items you had before you died, but you can register your equipped items. Ships and interiors, ships along with their loadouts, decorations and locker content can also be registered. They can be reclaimed in a state they were previously registered at ASOP terminals for a price. Looting and bricked items. Once an item is looted, it remains usable until the original owner reclaims it or marks it as stolen. At that point, a deadman switch is activated, meaning it will cease to function after a period of time. Do we get a timer? Do we see how long? While the looted and or stolen bricked item is no longer usable, you can still sell the item for credits. Pledged items are auto-registered and will never lose their registration status. They can always be claimed back even if they were not manually registered. I hope this includes subscriber gear and items we bought with real money. There were postings of new players where they were confused that they lose their items on dev, items they bought with real money. This will hopefully be a thing of the past in 4.1. With T1, you will no longer respawn with your pre-served gear already equipped. You will need to visit a location, such as your freight elevator, to reclaim your registered items. We are developing a quality of life feature to allow you to re-equip your previous full loadout with one auto-equip button at this location. Okay, why does CHE always have to be so complicated? Why do we have to click on auto-equip button? Why not just give us our character back in the state he was before he died, like in tier 0? Additionally, with the implementation of T1, our current plan is to remove the ability to backspace out of dangerous scenarios as a way to retain gear. What does this mean? Does this mean CHE will take away suicide? And why does this matter if I get my items back anyway? T2, restore and bricked items and crafting integration. T2 will introduce a way to restore previously bricked items for a price. Important notes, looting and bricked items. Once an item is looted, you will have the option to sell it, dismantle it for crafting materials, or restore it, with the potential cost of crafting materials and credits to make it your own. This system creates a viable path for piracy, allowing you to claim another player's belongings if you take the necessary steps to legitimize ownership. If an item had a cosmetic applied, restoring it will remove the cosmetic in the process. The introduction of item recovery is a significant step towards making gear persistence more meaningful while maintaining the risk-reward balance of looting. Tier 0 in Alpha 4.1 is just the beginning. As we further integrate into the broader crafting and insurance systems, we will be actively refining and updating with the help of your feedback throughout the PTU process and beyond. So far, I'm liking very much what I see. It's not perfect, there are things I don't like, there are things you don't like, but it's a step into the right direction, finally, after almost 4 years. It will be fun to use my best gear again and not caring about if I lose it on dev. Let me know what you think in the comments below and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
This, I think everyone does get along better. We know each other now from the first one, and we're having a really good time.
By the way,
Yeah, for the silent stuff, I should be listening to you like.
yeah, it's Lando.
Yeah. Good point. He's not saying anything, but I'm just the emanation of the direction just comes out, so I'm just feeling it.
So this
Let me-
like this, frame you like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost got arrested
Okay.
for feeling it like that last night. Okay.
Yeah. Until yes. Let me fluff your aura, just so you feel better. He feels so much better when you fluffed his aura.
I mean, I'm talking about the. What about working with Chris Roberts? How's that been?
You know, the word genius is bandied about in Hollywood, but it sticks to Chris Roberts like glue.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.